Okay, I'm back with the MPV3. So I was asked, can you, since my V3 was the prelude to the V3 Plus, and mine has iron reject on it, okay? But I was asked, can you use iron reject with all metal mode? I believe so. You know, and I would imagine you would punch deeper. So what we're going to do is we're going to just compare some tones with the VCO off. We're going to do a continuous hunt. We're going to go in all metal. We're going to use the iron reject engaged. Okay? And we're going to just compare signals. And we'll see how we make out. I just saw a piece of foil down there. I wanted to see how I was discriminated. 10 o'clock, approaching 10 o'clock on a threshold. I'll turn it up a little bit to 10 o'clock even. Rest is volume, ground balanced, running smooth. Let's see if we can find something here. Iron reject engaged. We're on all metal mode. So we'll see. Okay. I believe that would be iron. Let's listen with the iron reject off. Let's see with VCO. Okay. That might just be discriminated out foil. Let's go back to all metal mode. Okay. There's a signal. Now you get the LED meter, right? And VCO, when I hunt with the iron reject engaged, has a nice sharp tone. But if you were to use all metal, you know, I'm lifting up the coil here, it definitely detects it deeper. All right, enough of my blah blah blah. Let's dig this baby up. And I don't know if I even know what I'm talking about, but we're gonna fool around with it. Let's see how things sound, how things look with iron reject engaged in all metal and in VCO. Getting exciting here on Diggin' Dude's channel. Yeah. Oh yeah, so exciting. Where is it? I flinged it out of there. What do we have? What is it? Oh, where is it? Oh, God, that really eluded me. In the shadows. Copper penny. All right. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Copper penny. So, we did disengage it. We're on all metal again. So let's listen in all metal and see if we can hunt in all metal with iron reject engaged. When it comes to this type of hunting, I prefer the VCO tones myself, but I don't know who would actually use all metal with iron reject engaged, but can we? I don't know. We're going to try it. Okay. It's iron. There's something stronger. And we're getting a white LED indication. So we have our iron reject engaged. Let's disengage it. Right there. But over here, we're getting iron. So let's confirm all that with the VCO. Hear the iron? But over here, next to the iron, we have a good signal. Hear the iron? Here. Non-ferrous tone. So, iron reject engaged in VCO kills the iron. You just hear a couple pops. If I'd shut up, you'd hear it. Okay? And there's my non-ferrous tone. Let's dig her up. Let's dig it up. Let's get it out of there. So, cool little exercise we're doing today with this. Keep things maybe a little different, as different as you can get with metal detecting. I love the performance of this analog machine. Where is it? There it is, deeper, see? Not deep, but deeper. Okay? Not at a spot where that goes real deep here. My finds. And there's the coin. So, yeah. We picked out non-ferrous with iron nearby. That was cool. I liked it. And, you can use both. The all-metal choice. Iron reject on, iron reject off, or VCO. You know, one feature that I don't have is kind of why I long for a V3 Plus is that it has on the switch in the back, it has a momentary VCO, which is pretty cool. So, let's keep going. I just wanted to hear the iron from before. There it is. So the iron is relatively close. Alright, let's continue to move on. We're going to work with all metal again. Iron reject engaged. Oop. Right there we have a low conductor. Getting a green indication. Let's turn VCO on. Alright, it's a lower conductor. Let's see exactly what it is. These machines are so much fun. And there's an array of different coils you can get, and if you talk to them, George, and tell them what you're looking for and different coils, size and frequencies. Remember, these machines aren't really for the average, I would say for the average user. See a nickel, lower conductor. They take some getting used to, but in the end, even I can handle it. You just got to ground balance, you got to stay on your VCO, know where you're at with your ground, listen to the ground. These are very sensitive to ground conditions. But that's what makes the performance so awesome. In iron and in mineralized ground. But you have to take the time to learn it. I remember when I first got mine, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Why did I order this thing? I'm sorry, we're supposed to be doing this in all metal. We have iron reject engaged. All metal. Strong signal. Let's hear it without iron reject engaged. Disengage it. Still a good signal. I don't hear. Let's see what the okay. I believe this is large iron. See, now that tells me that it's large iron. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's dig it up. Why not? That is large iron. You got to learn these machines. Know what you're doing with it. Unless we have iron with a non-ferrous on top of it, but oh, come on. See, to me, that's a large signal. Most likely large iron. And what do we got? Look at that. Iron disc. Starting to learn. You know, I watched a lot of Paul Warren's videos. And that guy, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have learned how to pick this out of iron. Because look, it's round. But that machine told me the edge of coil, that this was iron. Hear it? Okay, a little bit of chirping is okay. You're not going to melt. So we identified it as iron. We took it out of the ground and confirmed it was iron. Come on, let's see if we can find another non-ferrous signal before this video runs too long. Okay, let's go back to all metal. Let's engage the iron reject. All right, lower conductor. Let's turn iron reject off or disengage it. Now, let's turn VCO on with iron reject disengaged. And listen to that. No iron buzz anywhere. Let's see what this lower conductor is. I'm guessing some type of foil, or, you know, sometimes nickel might be in that range, but it seems a little larger. Of course, you know, I go and dig a plug as I'm talking, and it might not be that deep. There's that large foil we were talking about, right? It sounded larger than a nickel, and it's kind of an elongated amount of foil. So there goes my video timer. So we're going to end on this foil because it was a lesson learned. And thanks for coming along with me today, and hope you learned something on this continuous live dig hunt. Have an awesome day.